stories that I've taken from our book, The Mustard Seed, which is on sale now. Before the missionaries of the Sacred Heart came to Melanesia and Micronesia and began a mission on Rabaul and Yule Island, there was a priest who had come out of an English-speaking seminary in Italy, recruited by Bishop Quinn of Queensland, Father John Carney, who was posted to Gympie, which was way out in the bush. Now, John Carney used to have his horse and his backpack and his pack horse, and he would go exploring around his parish. Later, he became the first bishop of Rockhampton, and part of his jurisdiction was that big area to the north, at that time called New Guinea. So he went exploring, as was his nature, in a boat, not on a horse, in a boat, and explored around that area, the Torres Straits, etc. And then he turned up in Rome to meet with a cardinal called Cardinal Simeoni, and he was proposing to begin a mission in New Guinea, begin the church in New Guinea. Bishop Cardinal Simeoni told him, very, very good, go back and suggest a place to start. So Carney went back and he identified Thursday Island as a place for a base and Yule Island for a place to start. Now, Carney was a wise man. He was given a jurisdiction and a work to do and a place, and he went exploring to find out about his area and what was needed and what could be done and what was possible. So that showed wisdom. The priests and brothers who were sent out, the missionaries of the Sacred Heart, they read Carney's report, and they probably read other things. And the Vatican Library was there for people like that to find out things. And the Vatican Library had, for many years, perhaps centuries, obtained information from wherever they could get information. So when the explorers went out, they worked to get copies of their manuscripts or reports, locations, directions, information. So the missionaries that went out, they didn't just get on a boat and sail over the horizon and expect to find something. No, they did their homework. They did their study. They knew where they were going, and they had to find a way to get there, and that was the difficulty of finding boats that would take them where they wanted to go. But they did their homework, they did their study, and they found out things, so they knew where they were going. So when they eventually came through that area, they sailed, they got a boat from Jakarta through there, and they were heading towards Sydney again to establish a base in Sydney. A very wise move. On the way through, they had a look at Thursday Island and possibly a look at Yule Island. So they knew where they were coming back to. And they dropped in at Rockhampton to visit Bishop John Carney to get first-hand information. And that became an established relationship between Rockhampton Diocese and the mission in Papua. So that there was a base there was a friendly place there where people could go if they were sick or if they had other needs. And then they went on and established a base in Sydney, and the first two parishes being Botany and Renwick, and later establishing a house at Coogee, which became the place where the procurator lived. So they were wise. And when we look at the five wise virgins and the five foolish virgins, it was about preparation, about thinking ahead, about planning ahead, about preparing what is needed. And this is what the missionaries did when they came out to establish a mission. They were wise people. So to be on mission is to be wise, to plan ahead, to think ahead, to study and to know, to find out information. All this is part of mission. We still do it today because the mission is alive. Have a good Sunday on Mission.